Awesome Rider here. Welcome to my review for BoonBoomger episode 21. So I honestly thought this was one of the most solid fillers we've gotten in a while. Not that the fillers we've had have been bad, but this was probably the one that I found the most interesting because we brought back Mira's fiance from the pilot, and I thought that was kind of an interesting, more personal connection, even though the episode wasn't perfect for me or anything. Like, as far as the positives, again, I really liked that they brought him back. I thought it was kind of fun. Although, admittedly, this dips a bit into the negatives. His performance sometimes was over the top and really annoying, and it just grates on my nerves when you get performances like that. But other than that, I thought that was a cool idea. It also led for a cool and unique way that the monster of the week worked. Rather, instead of just being an inanimate object, it was like tied to him, and he controlled it through this like Wiimote steering wheel Mario Kart 7 thing. And I thought that was kind of fun, and it felt very kind of Ryder, Dom Brothers-esque, where you have kind of more of a human connection to it, and it just made for a little bit of variety, which I thought was fun. There was also some kind of fun, funny bits within it, like when Mira gets trapped in like the soup bowl thing, there's like a moment where she's just kind of chilling, like she's in a hot tub or something, which I thought was funny. There's also a moment later, like when Taya is like preaching to her fiance about everything with his like toku nonsense speech when Violet just kind of rolls his eyes at it. He's like, "Oh, here goes this again." I thought that was pretty fun. I also like that there was kind of some emotional beats to it. Like they do a series of flashbacks, one showing that like the relationship wasn't necessarily all bad, that there was nice moments, but also some moments that kind of reinforced that she was more capable of taking care of herself than he thought she was, which I thought was just kind of nice. And it was just kind of nice to see a little bit of context of that, a bit of a personal connection. I felt that some of the more over-the-top elements kind of undermined that, and I think they could have toned it back for a more, I don't know, focused episode, but I really did like that kind of stuff, and there was just generally some amusing stuff within that. It was also fun to see, like, Mira just get fed up with everything, and I think that just in general, the episode kind of reinforced her character. I wouldn't say that it showed how much she's changed. I don't know if this makes any sense, but I feel like she's just grown more than changed. Like, I think that she's grown from the drive we saw her with. Get it? Because cars. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, the general motivation she had, I don't think that she feels different from the first episode. I just think she's continued that trajectory and has just really grown with that idea of, like, taking the wheel for herself and being independent and stuff. And I think it largely just reinforced her character, but I don't feel like episode 3 or 1 Mira, excuse me, from this one is completely different in regards to her motivation. Like, it's not a night and day difference or anything. But I just overall thought it was a solid character-driven story and with some fun elements. Now for some mixed stuff, meaning that this wasn't overly negative, just kind of mixed results. Like I said, the episode was a little bit, like, more silly. Like, the series can dip into silly stuff in general, but this one in particular was extra silly, and it kind of had some stuff that was a bit too much for me, whether it was the fiance's performance or just some of the sillier antics. Like, honestly, very much felt Zenkaiger-esque in the sense that the very specific theme of the monster and the way he worked bled out both into the on-the-ground battle and the mecha battle, which was a little bit fun, but a little bit over the top. But it was also interesting to see that, because again, just very much gave me those Zenkaiger vibes, is almost every monster had a very specific ability that they used and like a way to fight it, and it led to some unique mecha battles and on-the-ground battles, and that can be a bit of fun. Also, this isn't really necessarily a huge negative, or it's more like a nitpick kind of observation, but part of his motivation, like, it felt like the fiance's motivation was twofold. One, he's like, the BoonBoomger stole my fiance, and the other was, she's not capable of doing this and taking care of herself, and it's too dangerous for her. And I felt like the sort of like, it's too dangerous for her, she can't take care of herself angle would have made more sense if this character came back within like 3 to 5 episodes, just because it's been like almost half a series now and now he's worried about her. They formed the whole team, had an unnecessary team up, and got the 6th Ranger now. Again, that's just a nitpick, but I feel that if you were going to come in with that, it's too dangerous, like he saw her on the news or whatever as a BoonBoomger, that would have made more sense logically to happen earlier on than halfway through the series, and it would have made more sense to maybe just hone in on the fact that he was upset about her being stolen. But again, that wouldn't have tied into the the lesson of the episode about him learning that she can't take care of herself. I just happened to think about that. I'm like, you waited kind of an awful long time about this. But at the same time, I was surprised they brought him back. It was a pleasant surprise. But other than that, not a whole lot to say. I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was one of the more solid filler episodes, even though not a whole lot happened. Next week's kind of exciting, though, because we get our power-up, Boom 119. 119! So that'll be exciting to cover. But let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments as always. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell to get notifications from all my videos. Awesome Rider, signing out.